Hi, my name is Brandon, Ashcombe Farm and Greenhouse's nursery manager. We're here today to talk about hydrangeas. There's 23 different species of hydrangeas or types of hydrangeas. We're going to talk about 4 types of hydrangeas today, the 4 types we sell. We sell big leaf hydrangeas, panicle hydrangeas, smooth hydrangeas, and oak leaf hydrangeas. So this is hydrangea macrophylla, or your big leaf hydrangeas. Whenever someone says hydrangea, this is most likely what they're talking about. The big leaf hydrangeas come in mop head shapes as well as lace cap. Some of these bloom on new wood or old wood. If you prune at the wrong time, these guys you can lose your blooms for the following summer. They like a little more shade. Morning sun, afternoon shade is ideal. They do need some sun to flower. These ones like a little more acidic soil. Your flower will be determined by the pH of your soil. So if it's a lower pH, you're gonna have more of a purple or blue color. If you have a higher pH, it's gonna be a pink color. With your big leaf hydrangeas, with the pH difference, sometimes even on the tags, you'll see the flower is pink here, but it's also purple here. So it's all gonna depend on the pH of your soil, what these colors will be. You could always get your soil tested, your pH of the soil tested, either a pH kit. The Penn State Extension Office has a program where you can get a soil test through them. We sell them here for $9 a piece, and then you send it into them and they'll let you know what your pH and also all the other nutrients in your soil are. So with your big leaf hydrangeas, these guys will bloom for quite some time, a longer blooming flower. They'll usually start about late June, and they can go all the way into August, maybe a little later depending on the variety. Some of them will repeat bloom, like your endless summers and forever and evers. This is Hydrangea paniculata, or the panicle hydrangea. Panicle hydrangeas can take more sun in this area. They are a little larger in stature than some of your other hydrangeas, so this guy can get about 6 to 8 foot. There are dwarf varieties of panicle hydrangeas, Bobo, Little Quickfire are smaller varieties. If you have a sunny spot with well-drained soil, this is the type of hydrangea that you would want to try. So with panicle hydrangeas, their leaves are a little different than your big leaf, oak leaf, and smooth hydrangeas. Their flowers are also different as well. These guys get cone-shaped flowers. They usually start off white or lime green, and then towards fall with cooler weather, you'll have pinks or reds depending on the variety. This one's berry white, and this one actually you can see towards fall will get this pink color, but it will start out white. Long bloom period, late July all the way through frost, and more towards cooler weather is whenever you start to see the change in color from the whites to the pinks. Panicle hydrangeas bloom on new wood, so you can prune them late spring, late winter, early spring, and you'll still get your blooms that following summer. So this is Hydrangea arborescens, or smooth hydrangea. Some people know them as the Annabelle types for the Annabelle hydrangea. Annabelle type has the big blossoms. They start out white and then they kind of age to green later in the summertime. These all bloom on new wood, so it's good to prune them in the spring. You can prune them hard so their stems aren't as floppy. There's a whole bunch of new varieties out there. Incredible is a great one. It's a new improved Annabelle type pretty much. This particular variety is Invincible Mini Mauvette. This one gets about 3 to 4 foot. They like full sun, and they have to have well-drained soil, so it can't be a really wet spot. So that's your smooth hydrangea or Hydrangea arborescens. So these are your Hydrangea quercifolia, your oak leaf hydrangeas. These guys have definitely a different leaf than most of your other hydrangeas, shaped like an oak. These guys have cone-shaped flowers. They usually start out white or a lime green, then age to a different shade of pink or red. Dry shade is ideal for these guys. If you prune these in the fall, you're gonna be pruning off your blooms for the following season. So these guys, you wanna prune, if you're pruning these after they bloom is an ideal time. These also have a nice peely bark for the winter time. So as these guys mature, their bark has some winter interest. Some of them will stay smaller. There's ruby slippers that I have here. This ruby slippers hydrangea is smaller in stature in a 3 to 4 foot size range. Here we have Snow Queen. So your Snow Queen oak leaf hydrangea is gonna get close to that 8 foot by 8 foot, maybe a little larger if you have the right spot. The blooms are not as long as your panicle types. They'll start a little earlier than your panicles and right around the same time as your smooth hydrangeas, but they will not be in flower closer to fall. The flowers will be pretty much done by the time fall rolls around. So we've talked about our hydrangeas here today. We had our panicle, our smooth, our big leaf hydrangea, and our oak leaf hydrangea. We have a great selection out here in the yard. It's a great time to come out and peruse our selection here at Ashcombe Farm and Greenhouses, and we can help you find the right hydrangea for the right spot in your yard.